Let's use some more examples. Let's get familiar with some, let's say, good statistics or facts. Let's say you've got to give a presentation on stress in the workplace and how it's important to relieve that because it's hurting and affecting our health, okay? Now you might think, well, that's kind of a boring topic. So the average person might give up before they even start and say, I can't make this interesting. So I'm just going to start it off like I notice a lot of people do. When they give speeches, I'm going to say stress can make a lot of us miss work. Stress can harm our health. Here's some ways that we can reduce stress in the workplace. You proposed a dance move. I don't really want to accept it. Immediately when you said that, I know I'm going to now check my phone because I'm pretty bored with that. By the way, you noticed I used a trigger point? Propose the dance move. Immediately you knew what that meant. I didn't have to explain that. Let's get back. So, instead of just using that boring, very general statement, you could do this instead. Now remember, we're talking about stress in the workplace and trying to reduce it. You could start by saying, today. You could even give the date, by the way. Even be more specific, but we'll just say today. You can say, today, about 1 million Americans are going to miss work because of some stress-related illness. Here's some ways we can stop this epidemic from continuing to happen and from affecting us. Do you see how immediately it pulled us in? It's more specific. It gives us a little bit more to think about. We think, ooh, he's serious. He used numbers, he used a statistic, he used something that relates to us, okay? Now let's try it again. But this time, let's try a great method, okay? And you're going to be seeing this throughout the course. That is, make a statement, and then tell a story to back it up, and then make another statement, and then tell a story. Let me illustrate. Let me give you an example of doing this. Let's say you're at a technology convention, okay? And you're at this convention, and you need to give a speech on pioneering new, great ideas. You could just go this speech route and give a general statement. You can say, let's not be like people who didn't adopt technology in the past, or thought it couldn't be done. Let's instead look to the future. Let's look for this product that perhaps you're talking about. Now, I obviously also didn't sound too excited about it, because those words were just, they were boring. I don't even want to say them. And I think sometimes that's a problem. People don't even want to say the statements they're going to say, because they know there's nothing exciting behind it. They don't have any passion. Now, some people are just passionate, and that alone is pretty good, actually. That alone can get you to somewhat listen, or want to accept their lead. But in this situation, it's a general statement. A lot of times, like I said, that just kind of takes the wind out of your sails. It's not that exciting. So let's now give a statement. But then let's tell a story. Let me show you how much more powerful it is this time, okay? Instead, at the same technology convention, you can say, let's pioneer the future. Let's not be like those that looked to the past and doubted it. You can say, for instance, back in the late 1800s, Western Union, at the time they were a telegram company. They said that the telephone was too complicated and that it's never going to catch on and work. Boy, were they wrong. In the 1920s, a pioneer in the radio industry, he said that televisions, they weren't commercially feasible, and they'd be financially impossible to spread. Boy, was he wrong. The list goes on. We have companies that were in the technology industry in the 70s, and they said computers are never going to be something that is going to be useful in someone's home, or computers are going to be something no one will ever use in their home. Boy, how wrong they are. Let's never be like that. Let's embrace new technology. Let's look ahead. Here's the product that we have. Do you see how immediately you have so many more pictures painted in your mind? Do you see how when you tell that side, it's more desirous? I'm more interested now. I'm thinking, oh boy, you were specific. See, before, you just made a statement, and then you asked us to be a part of it. I didn't feel very motivated. I wasn't interested. I was probably gone after you made that first general statement. The second time you made that statement, you talked about how we don't want to be like these people who don't embrace it. But then you actually specifically demonstrated it. You told me who these people were. You showed me that back in the 1800s what happened. And then you showed me with the telephone, with the television, and then with computer. You gave me specific, concrete ideas that I can work with. And now, my mind was able to build those pictures and make it come to life. It was real to me. And because it was real, well, I'm now going to take action on it. I'm going to now follow you. I'm going to say, you know, you're coming up with pretty good ideas. You're proposing good moves. I'm going to follow them now. I want to listen. What's your next step? And then, of course, your next step is you're going to talk about your product and how you want to pioneer the future.